close distant relatives, about two siblings who live states away and have a large age gap but remain close. I'm Connor.
And I'm Megan.
Thank you for being here with us this week. It is a birthday themed podcast today. One of Megan's children, was their birthday this week, and so we're going to talk about some birthday stuff and how life changes after you get to a certain age, and birthdays really don't mean as much as they used to. So,
Mhm. Mhm.
how was the birthday this week?
It was really good. Yep, we had the birthday and then he actually had his first party, like first friend party this year, so it was a major one and it was good. It was really good.
Nice. Uh,
Yeah,
what
sorry.
did what did he get?
A lot. A lot. He got an electric monster truck type thing that like flips over and stuff. Um he got like kinetic sand, new water bottles, one of those like rocket things you step on and the rockets go up,
Yeah,
which is great because we do have one, but it's his sister's, so now he has his own, so perfect.
our son has.
Um,
He loves it. He got it stuck in a tree at Grandpa and Grandma's house, and Dad had to
oh
rescue
no.
it, so that was fun. So
hmm
yeah, those are so fun.
Yeah, they're really fun. Yeah, so he got a lot. I'm trying to think of what we got him. We got him a water bottle. Um, why am I blinking? We literally just had it. Mm,
Yeah, we'll be sending a gift here tomorrow, um, when we get that paycheck coming in. So I understand
it's
that
fine.
he is upset.
He doesn't even know.
He's upset and he
He
hates us for it. And he said it. He called us out. He sent us a large group text message
mm,
and said, "I can't
that
believe
does sound like
you've done
him.
this." And yeah, so yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. It was good though, and he doesn't even know that he didn't get that because he got more presents than he's ever gotten in his life. And also he turned 4. So I feel like he's got a good memory. So I do feel like he remembers at least his last birthday, but I don't think he's like to the point where he's like, okay, last birthday I got this many and
yeah.
this time, like he's not really putting two and two together. He's just like so happy. Like he was just loving like everybody saying happy birthday and all the treats and everything. So it was really sweet. It was a fun time.
And I'm sure that he loved, well, first of all, you have a ton of family close by, which is nice, but
Mhm.
I'm also sure that he loved that the kickball game took place in his
Yep.
at his birthday, which as
Mhm.
a child who also had sports surrounding everything, that sounds right up my alley as well. So I can only imagine his excitement in that.
Yeah. So, on the birthday, actually, so let me take it back because I'll talk about the kickball game as well. His birthday was last Thursday, and I don't work on Thursdays, which is really nice. So I spent the whole day with him, and we just got him like all his favorite foods and treats, and like he didn't have to take a nap, and just a fun day. And then grandma and grandpa came over at night and brought his favorite dinner, and then we got some ice cream. And it was really fun, but he was like acting a little bit weird, like not like as excited as you would think he would be, like as excited as he was on the birthday party day. And it turns out it's because he was sick. So he woke up at 1:30 the next day throwing up, and that was fun. And so at first we were thinking like, well, maybe it's just like, the ice cream or something. But then he like put himself to sleep on Friday.
That'll do it.
And was like low energy. So I do feel like he actually was sick. And then of course get the message that norovirus is going around his classroom. So that probably is what it was, but luckily nobody else got it so far. So hopefully we're in the clear. So that was an interesting time, but luckily we made it to the party. And on Sunday, like he was just so cute. He had so much fun. We had all of our family in the area come. My best friend who comes from an hour away and her kids. And like I don't know, maybe 10 kids from his classroom. So there was just so many kids, but it was at a park, so didn't matter. Whoever wants to come, no problem. A bunch of people brought like other siblings, which is fun because we have other kids. So there's, the same ages, which was great. Oldest was very happy about that because she was like, she started off the day by going, is there going to be anybody my age here? And I was like, yeah, like, and I named off a couple people, and she was like, oh, thank God. I'm like, sorry. I should have made sure that you knew that this day was also about you.
Right. Yes, of course it has to be involving
Mhm.
her as well, which
Mhm.
I'm sure that our mom is if she was present for that or heard that story, I'm sure she would say it was very similar to you growing up. I can only
Mhm.
imagine because she does the same thing to me all the time as well. So,
Yes. Yes. Very much so. Yeah, we call her like FOMO child. Like she's got to have an activity at all times. If she doesn't, she's not happy. So she was very happy about that. And then after the party, my friend and her family came over to our house and we hung out. And then we went to dinner because their favorite local brewery is near us. So we went there and the kids were so good, even after playing all day and no naps. Well, our youngest took a nap, but nobody else. And they did so good at the restaurant, which was awesome. And then, yes, we came home and our neighbor had requested that we play a kickball game, just as, you know, in honor of something that they used to do with, because our neighbors are, older. And there were kids that were in the neighborhood maybe like 10, 15 years ago before we were here. And they used to play kickball games in the neighborhood. And so he wanted to do that again. And we did that. And the kids had so much fun. So,
that's
and then everybody slept in the next day because
I
everybody was
bet,
tired.
yeah.
So
That's
it was
so cool,
great.
and that's such a that's such a dad thing to do, like a neighborhood thing to do, and knowing both of the guys that are there, like that's
Hmm.
very on brand for them, so that's super cool. We also had a birthday this week. Our son got to go to his first like real birthday party. Obviously, we went with him as well. It was like for the parents as well to come hang out and stuff like that, but it was his first actual step into like childhood of like going to his friend's house and like going to a birthday party. So that was super cool. So um, we had gotten a present, I think, a week or two prior, and we've been like really trying to teach him like how money works and like how spending works and doing the math of like this is how much you have and let's look at some ideas and look at prices. And so we're going through Target, and he had a couple different options of either like Star Wars or WWE and like just picking out stuff that we know that this child likes. And so after about 40 minutes, 30 minutes ish, he was like, I, I really think that he would like this. And I was like, okay, this toy, you have $30 to spend, and this toy is like $26. So it means you probably are only going to get that toy. He was like, yeah, I think that's okay. I think that he would really like that. And so that was a cool thing to like see him like do the math and like make the choice of what he wants to pick for his friend. Because
Hmm.
this is like his first like really good like childhood friend. He's had
Hmm.
friends before, but like this is the one where like I wanted to invite him over, and like he invited me to his birthday, and like can you reach out to his parents? So that was really cool. But Saturday came, and throughout the entire day, he was like, "Well, how much time do we have left until we can go to his party?" And I was like, "Well, we got maybe about 4 hours left," and we had, of course, had to do chores and had to do our whatever we had to do for the day and kind of like meal prep and stuff like that. And so finally, the time for the party came, and they're right down the street. They're not very far away, and we show up, and um, the whole family is there. It's at like the grandparents' house, and so the whole family is there, and instantly right away I see them come up, do their little handshake that they made up together, which was so cute to see. And the two kids like run off, and like we introduce ourselves to or my wife already knew the mom, but we had never met the dad. I hadn't met the mom, hadn't met the family, and just immediately immersed in like get eat food, please eat food. I made food, you need to eat it right now. And I was like, yeah, sounds good to me. and it was very cool. And so it was super hot. It's been like 95 degrees plus every single day here. Like, I'm sure I've told you many times, but our daughter just wanted to like run around because all the other kids were running around. And so we had her up on the deck, and she was kind of like crawling in between people and really being like friendly and like waving and like wiggling to people. So that was super cute. And I had to drive her and my wife back at one point so she could get to bed. But then I went back um, to the party, and when I got back, they were all lined up for like hit the pinata, and I just happened to make it in time to watch our son do it. And he's been getting more into like baseball and wanting to watch sports with me, which is really cool. And he had a super good swing, and he almost broke the pinata, but it finally broke with like the next kid, and there was just tons of candy. And it was just a cool experience all around. Got to meet a lot of the families. They sent us home with a plate of food and a bunch of stuff packed away. And at this party, since it was super hot and they had a huge backyard, they had this bounce house with a slide attached, and they put the water hose in the top, and so like went through the system, and so like the water's always flowing down. And so they're doing that for hours. And I'm just about to go get our son and be like, hey, we need to go home. We let him stay up later than usual. And like, we'd stay there for a while. And I went to go get him, and I was like, hey, I was about to tell him it's time to go. And I see him step out of the bounce house, and he slips and falls. And I saw him land, and he landed straight like on his tailbone, uh, and obviously, I've done that before. It does not feel good, but honestly, it scares you more than anything. And I
Hmm.
saw him, and it was one of those things because like you don't know how to feel when you get like hit there, uh,
Hmm.
and so he's like in pain, but like more like shocked of what happened, stuff like that. And so that's the kind of like his first injury he's ever had in that regard. So it was a great day all around, and came to a halting end at the at the very end. But we get in the car, and he was like, "Dad, can I still have my cupcake?" And I was like, "Yeah, you can still have your cupcake. It's okay. Like that doesn't
No,
affect."
you fell, so
Yeah, I was like, "That
done.
doesn't affect your back at all. You can still have your cupcake. It's fine." And then he had two containers of candy, and one was for mom and one's for him. Uh, and the cupcake actually stained my hands blue for a time
Mm.
period, so that was fun. But it was a
Hmm.
fun birthday party to go to, and I was excited that he got to go and experience it and have his first kind of birthday party with friends.
Nice. That's great.
Yeah, it was
Those
super
are
fun.
always fun.
It was super fun. Do you have any birthday stories of your own?
Of my own?
Mm-hmm.
No, I was gonna tell the story of your 21st birthday.
Please do. Please do. I have a
So,
story about my
okay.
birthday as well, but please share yours first.
Okay. I'm sure there's stories of mine, but I feel like that one's funnier. So, for your 21st birthday, I had just had my oldest child. So, I think I was 3 weeks postpartum
That's right.
with my first child, and she did go to the NICU. So, we were only about 2 weeks into like being newborn parents and having to wake up all hours of the night and all of that. And then I think your 21st also was on Easter that year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, because
we had
campus was
planned.
dead. There was nobody there.
Mhm. Mhm. Because you did you live with me at that time?
No, I wasn't living. I moved in literally the month after.
Okay. But I think you were gonna spend the night or something like that
Yeah, I had been.
because
I
we
had
were
been over a
closer,
ton.
something like that. Yeah. So we had planned to go to campus, but we knew that it was probably going to be dead because it was, Easter, the day before Easter, whatever day we went. Um, and so you guys were like pre-gaming and everything, but obviously I was not because I was very postpartum, newly postpartum. And I don't think I had had any alcohol by that point. And I was like, I'm just going to go and have like one like super low alcohol, like beer or something. And then I'll go home. And So you guys were pre-gaming. I don't think you had like too much, but you were very chatty. We both get very, very chatty when we drink. So you were very chatty. So I'm like, okay, so he's had at least some. So then we get to the bar, which is a pretty typical first 21st-year-old bar. Like I feel like most people in the area go there, but it's dead. There's like maybe two other people at the bar, nobody else in the restaurant. But it was you and me, and then like maybe like four of your friends.
Yeah, 4 or 5.
Yeah. And your ex was our DD. So I think she was staying at our house. I think she was hanging out at our house,
Yeah,
right? And
yeah,
then, yeah. Okay. Um, so we're sitting at the bar, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have like one drink, and then I'm gonna call your ex to take me home, and you'll stay here, whatever. And so we're sitting there, and you just start well, first of all, you got, I think, ordered like two shots and then like two drinks,
yeah.
and all in the time that I'm drinking like one very slowly. Um, and then all of a sudden you start talking about the favorite alcoholic drink of your best friend's sober aunt.
Nice.
And he was like, yeah, that was her favorite. She's like 4 years sober now. And you're like, I know. But she loved those. And he's like, yeah, she did. Like, you're right. And then I feel like maybe we were there for about 30 more minutes. I had called your ex to say I wanted to go home. And then you also went home because you were, I think, blackout by that point.
Yeah.
So we were out for what, maybe an hour?
Yeah. Well, and two, like they ordered me shot, 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 drink, 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 and like I really hadn't drank that much
Mm-hmm.
ever. So like I didn't know. And so I just remember looking at the the TV on the wall and like watching the game, talking to you. And then I remember I was talking to you because you were sitting right to my left, and I looked back and I was like, I can't see the score. And I was like,
And we were very close to the TVs.
yeah, we were close. And you were like, I'm gonna text so and so to pick us up or pick me up. And I was like, I think it's time for me to go too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it's time. Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
I definitely when I got I remember going back to my apartment that night, and I definitely threw up a
Mm-hmm.
decent amount. I remember that for sure. And then the next morning, I was like, wow, my head fucking hurts. This is brutal. So,
Yep.
yeah, that was
Yep.
fun.
It was a fun time though. I mean, it was nice to go out for an hour after having a baby.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure.
And
I'm
then
sure.
I was gonna say, I feel like that's how everybody's 21st birthdays go. I mean, I was out for maybe, again, like an hour, hour and a half, and then it was real rough the next day. So,
Yeah. I'm sure we pre-gamed, like, I mean, at that time, because I lived with my friend at the time, and I'm just trying to think back, like, maybe Fireball. I'm not sure. I don't know if we were drinking Fireball at that time, but like I think that was more a tailgate thing. But definitely like
mm-hmm,
twisted teas. We drank twisted teas. Um, I mean, I wouldn't have pregame with beer, but I can only imagine it was like twisted teas or something like that. And they made me take a
mm-hmm.
shot probably. So yeah, that yeah. I mean, I
Yeah,
also
and then cranberry vodka at the bar, I'm assuming. And then I feel like, because it wasn't me who was drunk, so it was not lemon drops. But
no,
I think I'm pretty sure that the shots you got were those like Johnny, is it like Johnny Appleseed or something like that? Or
yeah.
Johnny, what are those?
I can't remember what they're called. I remember one was the BJ shot because the cup broke on my
Mm-hmm.
mouth, and the guy like the bartender like made a comment, and I was like, no, it cut my mouth. I was like, my mouth is bleeding, and he was like, oh, I'm sorry. And I was like, I don't care, but like he was like, trying to make fun of me, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
it broke, first of all, but yeah, that wasn't super fun. To kind of switch into a different birthday. I mean, I've always gone to the kind of like the same area until I moved to Texas, but um, my friend who I moved down here to Texas with, We went out one year. I don't know if it was exactly on my birthday, but it was for my birthday. He wanted to kind of take me out. I said, sure, sounds good. Like, let's go. And him and I both have stomach issues. We both have sensitive stomachs. And we went to a Mexican restaurant, the newer one of the two that are there. And they have like the fancier margaritas. And we happened to go with a girl that I was seeing at the time as well. And he apparently had not eaten much before we had gotten there, which makes sense for that time period in our life
Mhm.
because I'm sure I did the same thing.
Mhm.
But so we had gone out, and I don't think we had drank anything yet. Like we were, the whole point of the night was to go and get food or something small and drink and like start with these marks, right? And he ordered the, I think it's like the Jameson Marg or something like that, which he doesn't drink whiskey or bourbon or scotch or
Mhm.
anything like that. So I was
I
kind
was
of
gonna say
confused.
that sounds awful.
Yeah, I was kind of confused why he got it,
Yeah.
and he didn't love it, but he finished it. And I mean, we finished it kind of quick. And in that restaurant, there's the second story, kind of like the balcony, and you can look over the bar and look over everything else. And I'm sitting next to the girl, and he's sitting across from me, and I can tell his like physical cues of like when something's gonna happen because I've been around him for long enough. And I was like, "Are you okay?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." I was like, "No, like, are you good?" And he was like, "My stomach." And I was like, "Go to the bathroom." He was like, "No." I was like, "You need to go." And he was like, "I don't think I can make it." I was like, "There's a trash can right there." He was like, "I can't make it." And the same cup that he had that he drank the margat, he went like this and puked underneath the table and filled it up to the brim and then like stuck
Ew.
it down.
Ugh.
And it was one of the funniest but grossest things I've ever seen in my life. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, dude! Like, come on, man! Like, you got to eat something beforehand." And he was taking these meds too at the time, and he was like, "Yeah, I didn't take my meds today." And I was like, "Come on! You're the one who asked me to come out." And so the manager of the bar walks up, and he's like, "Hey, man, we're gonna need to ask you guys to leave." And we're like, "Yeah, that's fine." He was like, "You've had too many," and he was like, "I haven't." He was like, "Don't argue with me." I was like, "No, like, we literally just got here. We haven't drank at all today. Like, we both have bad stomachs. Like." He's like, we need. I was like, we're gonna leave. It's fine. We'll leave. We'll pay. Like we'll leave. But it was an interesting night. I don't know if we went out after that. I'm sure we probably did something. But yeah,
Mhm.
he just seeing him throw up into the cup at a restaurant is a core memory for me. It's a core
Yeah.
memory for me.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, that's really gross. I feel like it's the worst when you're out somewhere and somebody obviously he didn't have too much. I mean, he had too much for that day, but like when
Yeah,
somebody has too much and then they like puke or knock
yeah.
over a table or something, you're like, oh God. Especially
Well,
if you're sober, you're like, oh, it's the
yeah.
worst.
You're like, come on, dude. And the worst part was
Hmm.
like he didn't even have too much. Like I've seen him drink
Right.
a ton
Hmm.
and like I felt bad. That's why he was like mad. He was like, I didn't have too much. And I was like, just don't argue.
Hmm.
It's fine. Like it's whatever. But yeah, no,
Right.
that's no fun when you're like, especially when you're sober, you're like, come on, dude. Like
Hmm.
I saw you drink 14 drinks.
Right.
Leaving the club or like being at the club with one of my friends at Michigan State or even down here when him and I would go out and he'd be like, "Oh, I'm fine." I'm like, "You're not fine. You are
Right.
not fine. I know you. You're not fine." Yeah, it's it's always fun. Oh, what's the best like birthday gift that you've ever gotten?
Um, well,
Or birthday like activity that you've done. Just core
yeah.
birthday memory.
So I feel like the best one, like best gift and activity, like was combined, unless I feel like I'm old now, like, you know, I've had so many birthdays, so maybe there's one that tops this, but um when we got engaged, it was my birthday weekend. I don't know if it was my birthday. It might have been the day before. But we went to um spend the night at the weekend at the hotel of where we had our first date on the first floor, and then we stayed. on the top floor, and we got engaged there. So that was fun. And then the next day, we actually were going there. I thought for a concert, and it's one of my favorite bands to see live, the Black Keys. So that was obviously really fun. Like we went to see like one of my favorite bands in one of my favorite cities, and then also got engaged. So that was probably the best. What about you?
Yeah, that's fair. Mine won't even come close to that. That's very sentimental and cute and like romantic. And I'm gonna sit over here and say that mom made me a full cherry crisp one time, and I loved that. So
Hey,
I mean,
that's nice.
no,
That is nice.
I think my favorite one is the first birthday that my wife and I were together. We were just dating, and she planned like this whole day. And I know that you hadn't met her yet at the time, but you like knew of her, and obviously you were the first person in our family to like know of her. And she had coordinated with you to FaceTime me like while her and I went and got like a pedicure because it's something obviously you and I have done in our lives. And so that was
Hmm.
a very sweet like a very sweet gesture and moment. And we were also supposed to go on this like this this wine tour. I think this is the same day. I can't remember. It might be that same weekend, but we were supposed to go on this wine tour, and it ended up being a different tour we went on. We were supposed to take this train to like wine country, and we did not get on that train. We got on the regular one that just took us to a local like farmers market in the middle of nowhere, Texas. But we had wine and we drank and we had food and it was fun. It was very like we made the most out of interesting situation, but that was a really fun day. And then we were supposed to go out to dinner that night and go to like a comedy show, and she had an allergic reaction at the place where we got our manicures and pedicures. And so we ended up just having like a chill night at home. But it was just so much that happened that day, and like it was just the thought that went into it that was really cute. Um,
Hmm.
and then also the cherry crisp that our mom made in like 2021. That's probably up there as well.
Fair.
Because I love a good baked good, but especially a crisp or a pie, which I know you know.
She made a cherry pie, I think. Yeah, it wasn't a crisp. I think a cherry pie on the 4th of July.
I mean, you just can't go wrong in my opinion.
Well, I mean, I didn't have any because I don't like pie, and I wouldn't, I'll eat crisp, but it wouldn't be like my top desserts at all. Um, and my kids don't really like it either, probably just because I don't like it. So she was, telling me about it. Like she probably told me about it 3 or 4 times. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Like, because I know who she's making it for, and it's fine. Like, it's our nephew. Like, that's
Yeah,
fine. I'm,
yeah.
of course, make him happy. But she kept telling me about it, and then on the day, she's like, well, I think the other desserts went over better than the cherry pie. And I was like, yeah, mom, because that's your target audience. That one kid right there. And he's super happy. He's had 3 pieces.
Yeah.
So there you go. It's like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's fair. She hasn't like changed up what she cooks in some years, but that's okay. What else are you like snacking on or drinking this week besides Coke Zero?
Well, obviously I'm a Coke Zero right now, which is the one of the beverages I got for the party. So just drinking the leftovers. What am I drinking or snacking on? Um,
I can go first if you want.
yeah, I was gonna say, you go first.
Cold brew. I think this was my answer last time, but cold brew
I
definitely.
almost just said the exact same thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back and get into like a consistent gym routine in the morning, but that means, once like 10 a.m. hits, I'm tired. So I've been drinking cold brew. We've been buying either like the pre-mixed one or we buy cold brew concentrate and then mix it with water and then put creamer or simple syrup sometimes I'll make here. So we've been doing that, but I've definitely been big on cold brew. And then one of the snacks that I've been eating, I don't see the box, but you've had the Drizzlicious, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's an off-brand one that we got. It might have been from Costco. I can't remember where we got it, but it's called Like Air. It's basically the
Mm.
same thing, but it's more flavorful. And they have like a
Ooh.
cinnamon bun flavor, and I love it. Our daughter loves it. Um, our son likes the birthday cake and the cookie dough flavors better, but the cinnamon bun is phenomenal. But I've been snacking on those. The box is gone.
I
It
was
should
gonna
have
say, if
lasted
it's from
longer.
Costco, send it my way because I'll get some for sure.
I don't know if they're from Costco or not. I'll have to ask my wife because she's the one who bought them. They might be, just with how big the box was, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they're pretty good. I definitely would look into those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds really good. I haven't bought Drizzlicious in a while because I'm sure I've talked to you about it before, but because we live in a college town, it's never fully stocked because the college kids love those. And you would think for the summer it would be better, but it's not. So whenever I go there, I feel like sometimes they have the flavors I like. Like I like the cookies and cream and the cinnamon. Um, but I feel like it's always French toast and berry, and
Yeah.
I don't want either one of those. So I haven't gotten that in a while, but I do love it. I work with clients, kids, and one of mine, like anytime I eat there, she's always like looking at my food and she eats everything. It's amazing. I'm like so jealous. I wish my kids were like that. But she'll be like, want some? And anytime I have Drizzlicious, she's like, want some. I'm like, okay, girl, sure.
That's funny. That's cute. I want
Yeah.
some. Give me some.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's our daughter with guacamole. She ate half the container by
Mm.
herself last night, and apparently tried to trick the sitter this morning about not liking guacamole, but
Oh,
she ate the rest of the container this evening for dinner. So not sure what that was
maybe
about.
she only wants to eat it for you guys.
Yeah, uh, she makes it very
It's
clear that she
embarrassing.
likes it. So I was shocked to hear that she didn't want to eat any today. But
That's
whatever.
so funny.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I was gonna say mine, I feel like would be cold brew or coffee too. That's what I've been going for mostly. Like we obviously had a lot of like birthday type food last week, although our son wanted sandwiches, which I was fine with. We just got everything at Costco. But
They have
yeah,
good
sandwich.
sandwiches.
Well, I just like got the bread and like the meat
Oh,
and cheese, like kind of made our own because
yeah.
I I would get the sandwiches because they are good, but it was all kids. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't want to get ones with like a bunch of stuff and dips on them. Like they're not gonna want that. And they went over pretty well. And then he also wanted fruit, so I've been like a little bit paranoid about the parasites going around.
Yeah.
But he was happy and actually tasted really good. And we got it from Costco. And I don't know if this is true because I read it on TikTok, but sometimes TikTok is right. That Costco like does like extra inspections on their fruit.
Yeah.
So
So does HEB, apparently. That's what I heard. They released a statement today, so hopefully we're in the clear because that's where we get our fruit from is HEB and Costco.
hmm.
And our son loves berries, and our daughter loves
Hmm.
berries, and I love berries.
Hmm.
So, and I also love spinach
Hmm.
and cilantro and all of
Oh no, I don't like
all
that.
of the items that are involved in this virus and disease. So, super fun. Love that.
I mean, I was telling people the other day, like, I've kind of just resigned myself to the fact that I'll probably get it. Hopefully, I won't, but like, I'm just already having that mindset so that I'm not gonna be upset.
Yeah. I mean, it's a
If my
quick.
kids get it, I feel like that'll be worse. But I
Hmm.
feel like if I get it,
I
it
just,
is what it
I
is.
really don't want our kids to get it, especially our baby. I would
Mm-hmm.
really, I would feel so bad. But
Mm-hmm.
quick way to lose 20 pounds as an adult.
I
So,
was gonna say I would also not mind the weight loss. So
get me.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
be like what, a size 6 for summer? Why not?
Yeah. Might as well. Shoot. Just go get a raw head of lettuce from Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, that'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
You might get something else too.
Well, I had really only, I think, lettuce one time, and obviously, like it came out today or yesterday that that's like one of the main
Yeah.
culprits. Although I think they said like it was a specific type and then mixed greens, and what we had was romaine. But when we went to the restaurant on Sunday, I got a wrap. And then after, it was like literally after, like when we were driving home, where I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't have got that. Because
Yeah.
it had lettuce and tomato, but it is what it is.
It's yeah, I mean, it's so hard it's going to be so hard to avoid,
Mm-hmm.
especially if you eat like semi-healthy. Like
Mm-hmm.
you're either going to get it or
Which
you're
we both
not.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, speaking of foods, actually, we went to Costco tonight and got dinner. We just got like
Mm-hmm.
pizza and stuff like that. But I got their dipping sauce, their new dipping sauce, because they have chicken
Mm.
fingers. But I just wanted to get their dipping sauce just to see what it was, and it's pretty good. It tastes like
What is
Chick-fil-A
it?
sauce, but like more
Ooh.
honey mustard. What like more honey mustard,
Mm-hmm.
like leaning towards that, and it's real good. I like it a lot.
Interesting. Okay. I'll have to try it. I have like just got a Coke Zero from there for the first time. Like I've never ordered food before, like
Really?
2 weeks ago. No, I mean Joel has, but like so I've had it,
Yeah,
but I haven't gone and ordered it myself.
so good. It's so
I
good.
know,
It's
I know.
it's uh it hasn't been an issue yet because my wife and I are sharing a car right now, but if I had the car every day at work, Costco is 4 minutes away. So
Hmm.
that'd be a real issue. I'd be getting Costco for lunch every single day.
Yeah. Well, it's so cheap and it's
I
good.
mean, it's
Like
so hard to beat it.
I know, and it's a good company.
Yeah.
Like I just all around. We took the kid, or I took the kids, the older two, on Saturday to get the party stuff for from Costco for the party. So they could pick out, well, mostly the birthday boy pick out like what he wanted. But of course, older sister had some thoughts of her own.
Yeah.
Um, but the samples were like so good that day because that's all they want to do. It's just sample, sample, sample. But it was like chicken nuggets. They had this like rosemary thyme like bread that was toasted with
Oh,
butter. It smelled super good, but
oh,
there was only two when we went up there, so I just
yeah.
gave them to them, and it smelled super good, and they loved it. So it was clearly good. They had the true fruit,
Mm.
strawberries, brownies, this like watermelon and like coconut. I know not coconut. Watermelon was one flavor, and then like strawberry lemonade was another flavor. Water
Mm.
shakes. I mean, the kids were like, "This is the best day ever."
I don't blame them. I love the samples. That's half the reason I like to go. I
Mhm.
got what was it? I think it was buffalo chicken mac and cheese the other day when they were doing a
Mm.
sample, and then they also had a sample of their new popsicles, their mango popsicle, which was phenomenal.
Mm.
And I think that was it for the other day. That was like new to me. I'm
Mhm.
sure there's always, or that I'm sure there was more, but those are the ones I got that are new. Um, and I saw that I've been. Oh, actually, I took a screenshot of it. Hold on, let me look at it because I knew my wife would like some of the stuff.
Mhm.
One of them is pickle dip. They have new pickle dip, which I'm not. I didn't used to be a huge fan. I don't love pickles. I'll eat them on like sandwiches, but we found a pickle dip at a farmer's market last year, and it's phenomenal. We put it on like all our sandwiches, so super pumped about that. And then the other two I must have deleted because they're no longer here.
Well, that's no help.
But that's okay. Hold on. Right. Okay. They have musubi, which is I don't know if you know what that is, but it's a Filipino food. So it's fluffy egg, rice, meatless patty with a sweet, savory glaze, and it's all wrapped in a like a seaweed wrap. So that's super cool. And then they have new Kewpie mayo, which is
Mm.
we use exclusively here. Because we don't really like mayo,
What's the
but
difference between mayo and Kewpie mayo?
Kewpie mayo doesn't have any type of dairy in it, and I'm pretty sure. Yeah, maybe it's egg. Hold on, let me look it up because
Because
I
I
know
feel
that
like I've just started hearing people talk about it.
Yeah, so Kewpie mayo uses only egg yolks and rice apple cider vinegar, resulting in a richer, sweeter, and more umami forward flavor.
Hmm.
Yeah, so just
Okay.
egg white or egg yolks, no egg whites, and no dairy. So,
I'll give it a try. We like Dukes,
Dukes.
but
Yeah,
I only use mayo like maybe like on a sandwich, and I don't have sandwiches that often, so I don't know. It takes us a long time to go through mayo.
that's fair. I mean, it doesn't take us a long time to go through QB mayo, but that's because it like is some it's a part of like almost every Filipino or Asian food
Mm.
cuisine. So we use it quite a bit. And also I'll make homemade cane sauce or like homemade sauce for like when we make salmon or tilapia. So it usually has QB mayo in that. But other than that, this may be a hot take, but I hate mayo. I don't think I I don't willingly put it on anything. If it like a sandwich has it on it, like if I buy one from HEB, I'm like whatever. But I don't willingly put mayo on anything ever because I think it's
Mm.
disgusting.
I don't think that's a hot take. I feel like a lot of people feel that way. I don't mind it, and I actually like. I mean, if a sandwich doesn't have it, I'm not going to be upset. I can actually just eat a sandwich without like any sauce at all. But I do like it on the sandwich, but I feel the same way about it as I do like cheese. Like I do not want a mouthful of mayo. So if all I can taste is the
Yeah,
mayo, or like if all I can like feel in my mouth is the cheese, I'm gonna
yeah,
want to throw up. So if I use it, it's very like thin layer.
that's fair. I feel the same way, especially when you're talking about cheese, like nacho cheese, like if I
Hmm.
or um like some type of like that. If I get a full mouthful of like nacho cheese, I'm like, mm, um, or sour cream. Like, I'm like, oh,
Oh no. Or cream cheese.
yeah,
I get disgusted. And I only want cream cheese on a bagel. If there's cream cheese in anything else and I can taste it, I don't
mm,
want it. Like it exclusively can only be on a bagel.
yeah, 100%. Because it's real fine line with cream cheese, and I feel
Hmm.
that way with even with like buffalo chicken dip because I love buffalo chicken dip.
Hmm.
But if it's not like fully mixed, and like I find a clump of cream cheese, I'm like
Hmm.
I'm done. I'm good.
Hmm.
I don't want any more. I'm good.
Hmm.
Otherwise, I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah. No, I'm the same way. I feel like buffalo chicken dip is like an outlier from this, but I like if I'm looking at a recipe and it says to put cream cheese in it, and I know a lot of the crock pot ones, I'll
Yeah,
swipe away. I'm like, nope, it won't be that one because I can't be the one to physically put a block of cream cheese in it because then I'll know it's full of cream cheese and I
yeah,
will not eat it.
yeah. I mean that's fair. That's one of the benefits of like making your own food though. So I
Hmm.
get that. So okay, well, we got one last kind of talking point tonight, and it's how
Hmm.
do you feel life changes after the 21st birthday? Because it's commonly talked about in society as like the last birthday that matters or the last birthday that's really celebrated. So, how
Hmm.
do you think life changes after your 21st birthday?
I feel like for me at least, it got a little sad the couple years after it because then you're like, man, like this is my last like fun birthday. Like it's not the same, not looking forward to it. But then I feel like getting married and having kids, I do. Like one, I don't care how old I'm turning. I'm always 27 in my head, so it doesn't matter what year I'm turning. And also like I love like my kids being so cute and making me things and getting pampered all day by them. So I feel like it's good. But that did remind me that I did have another good birthday. My birthday is Labor Day weekend, pretty much always. Sometimes, obviously middle of the week or whatever, but it's pretty much always around Labor Day weekend. So growing up, I didn't really like my birthday because I felt like nobody was ever here for it. And also, it was like the first week of school or second week of
Mm,
school.
sure.
So it just wasn't that fun. Um, and like I felt like I could never have parties because everybody was always at the lake or whatever. But um, after the year after, same year of your 21st birthday, the year after I had my oldest, my best friend got married on my birthday. So their anniversary is my birthday. So now it's like kind of like a fun thing. Like they're wishing me a happy birthday and I'm wishing them a happy anniversary and we kind of like share the holiday. Sounds kind of funny. But it also was great memories because like my daughter was their flower girl and they were like awesome and gave me like shout outs at the wedding and yeah, it was just really fun. So that was a nice added thing to my birthday.
That was a really fun wedding, except for the fact that I passed a kidney stone at that wedding. But it was a very fun
You
wedding
gotta make
besides that.
everything about yourself all the time.
I know, I know. Now that was one of the craziest things. That was such a fun day, and like I obviously love your friend because she's like a extra
Mhm.
sister to me as well because I've known her for quite some time now,
Mhm.
and just really great person, and so is her husband. Um, but yeah, it was a fun day, and it was just a wild experience to have in the very middle of
Mhm.
the wedding, the day, because like wedding hadn't started yet, but we had been there for a while. Pass the kidney stone, have the rest of the night. Um, yeah, that's I'm sure that was a fun birthday for you as well. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, and I remembering back, we if you were in the wedding party, you got there the night before.
yeah,
So it was like an extended like party weekend, and then my husband and I stayed at the because all of this was at a hotel. We stayed at the hotel that night, so it's also kind of like a night away. Well, for me, a weekend away from baby duty, and also like we got to start the party early, which was really fun. So yeah, it was a good time.
yes, super
What
fun.
about you? How have things changed?
Well, I was gonna say first, this Labor Day, obviously you know this, but my wife and family are coming for a trip to visit home, and obviously it falls on your birthday as well, so
They're
we will
coming
be there.
for my birthday. It just happens to be Labor Day.
Right. Yes. Yes. You can argue with the rest of the family on the meaning of why we're coming home for that weekend. I'm gonna stay out of it. But yes, we're coming home for your birthday, so we're super excited about that. But
I'm super
um,
excited.
uh, I kind of agree. It's you're like if you go to college, it's kind of like the winding down of your college years. It's getting more into like adult life, um, and it just feels. I mean, the first couple years for me after 21 is like it's a weird feeling because like some people are starting their careers, some people are still in college, and it's like always a waiting game of like who's actually going to be there or want to celebrate. And I feel like when you're not in a relationship, it's more of like people asking you what you're gonna do for your birthday, and like instead of being like, oh, let's celebrate your birthday, it's like, well, let me know if you're doing something, and then you're like, well, no one let me know if they're available. You just told me if let you know if I'm doing something. So it
Mhm.
was always a
Mhm.
weird like kind of making my own plans up and then kind of being disappointed when no one would show up. But like I also can't be super mad because life is happening. So, um,
Mhm.
but yeah, it's fun to like have a family now and like them be excited about my birthday. This year was, yeah, this we were like the brokest we've ever been in our entire lives this year for my birthday. That's kind of an anomaly, but yeah, it's always nice to have them, be super excited and like want to spend time with you or like want to make you breakfast or whatever it may be. So that's always
Mhm.
an exciting thing. But yeah, it's an interesting change after 21 because that's really like your last like all right, everyone's gonna celebrate. We're gonna do this and this, and then
Right.
after that, it's like, well, yeah, maybe we'll do that.
Right. Right. Well, maybe you'll get like a surprise party or something, like
Yeah, could
a
be.
30th, 40th,
Yeah,
something like that.
didn't Dad do that for Mom one year or Bertha?
Yes.
I think Dad did it for Mom.
Yes. I think 50th.
50th.
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah, it would have had to be. Yeah.
that sounds right. Yeah, I just remember there was a bunch of people in our garage.
Mhm.
I remember.
I know, kind of crazy that he pulled that off. He's not really a planner,
He's not a planner at
but there
all.
were a lot of people there.
Yeah, he's not
And
playing
they
at all.
stayed up partying.
Did they?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah. The party went late into the night.
Nice.
Mhm.
Very nice. Love that. Cool. Well, that's all I got for you this week. Um,
Mhm.
is there anything else you have?
I do feel like there was like something funny from the party I did wanted to say, but I can't remember what it was. It was something with our nieces or nephews, and I. Well, one thing I'll say is our oldest nephew has Down syndrome, and he was like everybody's baby. We love him so much. But now he is
Tattoo
what
for
is
him.
he 14? Yeah, exactly. Is he 14? He's turning 14.
Turning 14. Yeah, he's 14.
Um, yeah. So he's very much a teenager. But he has gone through stages where he's super social and then he's not very social. And times where he's like, he only will talk to certain family members, and then other times where he's like going up to everybody. Um, so the past couple years, I feel like at big gatherings, like if you weren't part of our family, he was not, or like immediate family, he was not going to talk to you, not going to like interact with you. And at the party, he comes up and he's just like going up to everybody. He's like, "Hey, how are you?" Like people that he like, I don't think has ever met before. Like it had been a long time. Like he went up to my friend's husband and was like, "Hey, how are you?" And he was like, "Good. How are you?" He's like, "I'm good. Good day. Like, are you having a good day?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, same."
Cool.
Like
Yeah.
just starting up a bunch of conversations. It was really cute. So it was
So
nice to
cute.
see.
I actually that reminded me of one of the stories that I wanted to share today, and it's about your son. When
Hmm.
we came, I brought my wife for the first time, and that was his birthday, right in the gender reveal.
Yes, he was turning two.
Okay, so I had brought my wife. We were dating at the time. I had brought her to Michigan for the first time, and this was the first time that she was meeting like my entire family. She had obviously like talked to Megan before, but like hadn't met her in person, hadn't met my parents before, hadn't met anyone in our family. So she's like freaking out about it, right? She's super stressed about it. Are they gonna like me? Blah blah blah. And the the birthday party and gender reveal were at your in-laws' house, and we had a bunch of people there, and it was a great day all around. Tons of food, tons of people, tons of fun times playing with toys on the ground, stuff like that. But there was at one point that we were I think it was we were cutting the cake, or your son was gonna blow out the candles or something like that,
Hmm.
and uh, my my wife was over there. I was on the couch with. Was I by myself or was I holding a baby?
There was no babies. So,
Okay, maybe I was just by myself, I guess.
hmm.
And uh, she like went to give him a hug or give him a kiss or something like that, and uh, he said, "I love you," and then said her name, and I said, "Did you hear him?" Because she was walking back, and she turned around and she said, "What did you say?" And he said it again, and she started bawling. She started bawling, and then he goes, "She crying, Mama? She crying?" And in front of everybody, and it was so cute. But we've referenced "she crying" all of the time. It's so funny, but it was
Yeah.
so adorable and so like pure. It was the first time he had ever met her, and it was just so cute. She loved it. It was hilarious.
Well, yep. And now every time you call, he's like, "Okay, where's Aunt?" Like, "Hi,
They don't care.
where's
They
my
don't care to
aunt?"
talk about me anymore. They want to see Auntie. They want to see our son, and they want to see their cousins,
Yeah, exactly.
which I
It's just
understand.
so funny though, like, 'cause I feel like at least the oldest will like talk to you for a little bit, but he's just like, okay, where's she?"
Hi. Uh, where's Auntie?
Hmm.
Where's Auntie? She's
Every
sleeping.
time.
Oh, where's and then asked for our son, which he can't say his name correctly, which is
Hmm.
so cute. He asked him,
He works on it.
yeah, and then he goes, he's not here. Oh, here, mom.
Yeah,
I'm like, buddy, come on.
he's pretty much done then.
Yeah, I'm
But
like,
yeah,
buddy,
so he's sorry, I was gonna say he's loved her since day one. And
literally
also
better.
he he was like an early talker, so he like had a really good vocabulary already at 2. So he definitely was saying like I love you. Like he wasn't just repeating something that she had said, like he like meant it.
Yeah, it was so cute, and I'm just like, buddy, hey, I held you when you were newly born. She just walked
Hmm.
in the door, and you couldn't care less that I'm here at all.
Hmm.
There's so many cute stories. I'll share more on a different pod, but like from like Christmas
Hmm.
and stuff like that. But well, I appreciate you being here. Thank you all
Thank
for
you.
listening or watching, and I hope you have a great week. And I will see you on Sunday.
Yes, yeah. Send me the itinerary.
I will. I will. All right. Well, have
All
a great
right.
night.
Bye bye.
We will talk to you later.
Thanks, everyone.